The Carnival Sunrise just completed a massive transformation, and I've sailed on her 3 times since the renovation to see if she lives up to all the hype. This ship has been through more changes than a reality TV star, starting life as the Carnival Triumph back in 1999, then becoming the Costa Concordia for a hot minute, and finally settling into her current identity as the Sunrise in 2019. Let me tell you right off the bat, this isn't your typical megaship experience. The Sunrise carries about 3,000 passengers, which puts her in that sweet spot where you're not fighting crowds for everything, but there's still plenty to do. She's been sailing out of Norfolk, Virginia, which is actually pretty convenient if you're coming from the Mid-Atlantic region and don't want to fly to Florida. The first thing that hits you when you board is how bright and colorful everything feels. Carnival really went all out with the Fun Ship 2.0 design during the renovation. The atrium has this massive LED screen that cycles through different scenes, and honestly, it's pretty mesmerizing to watch while you're waiting in line for customer service. Now let's talk about where you'll actually be sleeping, because that's probably the biggest concern for most people. The Sunrise offers the standard Carnival lineup of stateroom categories, and I've stayed in 3 different types over my various cruises on this ship. The interior staterooms are exactly what you'd expect, small but functional. We're talking about 185 square feet of space, which sounds tiny until you realize you're barely going to be in there anyway. The beds are comfortable enough, and the storage is actually pretty clever with drawers under the bed and a decent-sized closet. The bathroom is cruise ship small, but the shower has good water pressure, which is more than I can say for some other ships I've been on. If you can swing the extra cash, the oceanview cabins are worth it just for the natural light. Same size as the interior rooms, but having that window makes the space feel so much bigger. I stayed in one on deck 6 during my second cruise, and being able to look out at the ocean while getting ready in the morning was definitely a mood booster. The balcony cabins are where things get interesting. At 230 square feet plus the balcony, you've got actual breathing room. The balcony itself isn't huge, but it fits 2 chairs and a small table perfectly. I spent way too many mornings out there with my coffee, watching dolphins play in the ship's wake. Just be prepared for some wind if you're on a higher deck. For families or groups wanting to splurge, the suites are genuinely impressive. The Grand Suite I toured during my last cruise had a separate living area, a whirlpool tub, and a balcony big enough for a small party. The VIP treatment that comes with suite booking includes priority boarding and dining reservations, which can be a game changer during busy sea days. One thing Carnival did right across all cabin categories is the bedding. They upgraded to these cloud-like mattresses and pillows that actually let you get a decent night's sleep. The air conditioning works well too, which is crucial when you're sailing in the Caribbean heat. Now let's dive into the food situation, because let's be honest, that's half the reason we cruise. The Sunrise has enough dining options to keep you busy for the entire week, assuming you can roll yourself from restaurant to restaurant. The Serenity Adult-Only Retreat has its own bar and grill called the Serenity Bar and Grill, which serves up surprisingly good burgers and wraps. It's quieter up there, and the food quality is a step above what you'll find at the main buffet. The drinks are stronger too, but don't tell anyone I said that. Speaking of the buffet, the Sunrise Buffet is your typical cruise ship spread. It's massive, it's busy, and the quality varies depending on what time you show up. The breakfast selection is solid with made-to-order omelets and a decent coffee station. Lunch gets chaotic, but the pizza is actually pretty good, and they usually have a good salad bar going. For specialty dining, the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse is hands down the best restaurant on the ship. Yes, you'll pay extra, but the steaks are cooked perfectly, and the service is on another level compared to the main dining room. The lobster tail and fillet combo is expensive, but worth every penny if you're celebrating something special. Bonsai Sushi is another specialty spot that surprised me. The fish is fresh, and the rolls are creative without being weird. The steak selection is limited but decent, and the atmosphere is actually pretty zen considering you're on a party ship. It's a nice break from all the loud music and flashing lights elsewhere. The main dining rooms, Kaleidoscope and Azure, serve the same menu but have different atmospheres. Kaleidoscope is more colorful and energetic, while Azure feels a bit more upscale. The food is typical cruise fare, not amazing, but definitely edible and filling. The waitstaff in both restaurants work incredibly hard and deserve your patience and tips. Guy's Burger Joint is exactly what you'd expect from a Guy Fieri partnership. The burgers are loaded with toppings, the fries are hand-cut, and everything tastes like it came off a backyard grill. It gets crowded during lunch, but it's worth the wait if you're craving real American comfort food. The Blue Iguana Cantina serves Mexican food that's actually pretty authentic. The fish tacos are my personal favorite, and they make fresh guacamole throughout the day. The salsa bar has options ranging from mild to "why did I do this to myself," so pace yourself accordingly. For quick bites, there's a deli pizza station scattered around the ship and soft-serve ice cream machines that somehow always have a line. The coffee situation has improved dramatically since the renovation, with proper espresso machines in several locations. Let's talk about the pool situation, because this is where the Sunrise really shows her age versus some of the newer ships. The main pool area is decent but not spectacular. There are 2 pools side by side, and they get crowded fast once the ship is at sea. The good news is that the water is always clean and the right temperature. The hot tubs around the main pool are popular hangout spots, especially in the evenings when the deck parties wind down. Just be prepared to make friends quickly, because personal space isn't really a thing in cruise ship hot tubs. What the Sunrise lacks in pool size, it makes up for with the Serenity Adult-Only Retreat. This area on Deck 12 is a game changer if you're trying to escape the chaos below. The pool up there is smaller but way more peaceful. The deck chairs actually have padding, and there's usually a server making rounds with drinks. The kids' splash area, Camp Ocean, is colorful and fun but pretty basic compared to what you'll find on newer ships. It keeps the little ones busy, but don't expect any massive water slides or elaborate play structures. One thing that really impressed me about the pool deck is how well they handle the evening entertainment. They set up a stage area that doesn't block the pools, and the sound system is clear without being overwhelming. The deck parties are cheesy in the best possible way. The sun deck space is adequate, but you'll want to claim your chair early if you're particular about location. The premium locations near the Serenity Retreat fill up fast, while the areas near the main pool stay busy all day. Bring clips for your towels, because the ocean breeze will definitely try to redecorate the ship with your stuff. When it comes to activities, the Sunrise keeps things moving from morning until late night. The fitness center is well equipped with newer machines and free weights. It gets busy around sunrise and sunset when people are trying to work off all that cruise food, but there's usually equipment available if you're flexible with your workout times. The Serenity Retreat offers yoga classes that are actually pretty good. The instructor knows what she's doing, and practicing yoga while watching the ocean is surprisingly zen. The classes are included in your cruise fare, which is a nice touch. For sports enthusiasts, there's a basketball court that doubles as a volleyball court depending on the day's activities. The mini-golf course is fun but challenging thanks to the ship's movement. I've seen grown adults get way too competitive over what's essentially putting on a rocking platform. The rock climbing wall is popular with kids and adults who want to prove they're still young. It's not the biggest wall I've seen on a cruise ship, but it's well maintained and the staff running it knows their safety procedures. There's usually a short wait, but it moves quickly. Evening entertainment rotates between different venues. The main theater hosts production shows that are surprisingly professional. The singers and dancers work hard, and the technical aspects like lighting and sound are well done. The shows tend to be high energy and family friendly. The comedy shows in the Punchliner Comedy Club range from hilarious to awkward, depending on the comedian. The late night shows are definitely adults only and can get pretty risque. The club itself is intimate, so even the back seats have a good view. Live music happens throughout the ship with varying quality. The piano bar gets lively in the evenings with sing-alongs and requests. The atrium often features acoustic performances during the day that provide nice background music while you're people watching. Game shows and trivia competitions happen daily and are genuinely entertaining. The cruise staff puts real effort into making these interactive and fun. The prizes aren't amazing, but the competition gets surprisingly intense among passengers. The spa and wellness facilities on the Sunrise are operated by Steiner Leisure, which is standard across most cruise lines. The spa itself is beautiful with a relaxing atmosphere that's a complete contrast to the party vibe elsewhere on the ship. Treatment prices are definitely on the high side, but the quality is professional. I tried the hot stone massage during my second cruise, and it was genuinely relaxing. The therapists are skilled and the facilities are clean and well maintained. The thermal suite requires an extra fee but includes access to saunas, steam rooms, and heated ceramic loungers. If you're someone who enjoys spa amenities, the daily pass can be worth it, especially on sea days when you want to escape the crowds. Fitness classes beyond yoga include spinning, pilates, and various cardio workouts. Most require an additional fee, but the instructors are energetic and the classes are well structured. Spinning classes with ocean views are particularly popular. The spa also offers teeth whitening, acupuncture, and various beauty treatments. I didn't try these personally, but other passengers seemed happy with their results. Just remember that everything is priced like you're on a cruise ship, meaning expensive. For families traveling with kids, the Sunrise offers Camp Ocean programs divided by age groups. The facilities are colorful and engaging, though not as elaborate as what you'll find on brand new ships. The counselors are energetic and seem to genuinely enjoy working with children. The kids' clubs run age-appropriate activities throughout the day, from arts and crafts to scavenger hunts. Parents can drop off their children for several hours, which gives adults time to enjoy the spa or adults-only areas. The sign-up process is straightforward, and the staff communicates well about pickup times. Teen areas include a dedicated lounge with video games, movies, and social activities. The space isn't huge, but it gives teenagers somewhere to hang out away from both little kids and adults. The teen staff organizes activities like dance parties and game tournaments. Family-friendly activities happen throughout the ship, from pool games to movie nights under the stars. The outdoor movie screen is a hit with kids and adults alike, especially when they're showing recent releases or classic family films. The kids' menus in the restaurants are standard cruise fare but kid-approved. Chicken nuggets, pizza, and pasta are always available, along with healthier options for parents who are trying to maintain some nutritional standards on vacation. Babysitting services are available for an additional fee during evening hours. This allows parents to enjoy the adult-oriented entertainment or have a romantic dinner without worrying about the kids. The service gets booked up quickly, so reserve early if you plan to use it. The Sunrise sails various itineraries depending on the season, with Caribbean routes being the most popular. The Eastern Caribbean itinerary typically includes stops at St. Thomas, St. Martin, and Carnival's private island, Half Moon Cay. Half Moon Cay is honestly one of the best private island experiences in cruising. The beach is beautiful with soft sand and clear water, and Carnival has developed the island thoughtfully without overdoing it. The barbecue lunch on the beach is included and actually tastes good, which isn't always a given with cruise line beach parties. St. Thomas offers excellent duty-free shopping and beautiful beaches. The shore excursions include everything from snorkeling trips to historical tours of Charlotte Amalie. The island is easy to explore independently if you prefer not to book through the cruise line. St. Martin provides a nice mix of Dutch and French culture, plus some of the best beaches in the Caribbean. The famous Maho Beach, where planes fly directly overhead, is easily accessible from the port. The local food and drinks are outstanding, especially if you venture away from the touristy port area. Western Caribbean itineraries typically include Cozumel, Costa Maya, and sometimes Belize. Cozumel is a paradise for snorkelers and divers, with some of the clearest water you'll ever see. The shore excursions here are well organized and reasonably priced. Shore excursion quality varies, but Carnival generally partners with reputable local operators. The cultural tours tend to be informative without being boring, and the adventure excursions like zip-lining and snorkeling are well supervised and fun. Port days provide a nice break from the ship's routine, though you'll appreciate getting back to your floating hotel with its familiar food and comfortable bed. The ship staff does a good job of communicating departure times and ensuring everyone makes it back on board. Taking a step back to evaluate the Sunrise overall, this ship succeeds at being a solid, fun cruise experience without trying to be something it's not. It's not the newest or the biggest, but it delivers on Carnival's promise of a good time at sea. The ship's size works in its favor in many ways. You're not spending 20 minutes walking from your cabin to the dining room, and you're not fighting massive crowds for every activity. The crew-to-passenger ratio feels adequate, and the staff generally seems happy to be there. Service throughout the ship is consistently good, though not exceptional. Your cabin steward will keep your room clean and might even throw in a towel animal or two. The dining room waitstaff works hard and remembers your preferences after a day or two. The bar staff mixes decent drinks and keeps the party atmosphere going. The ship shows its age in some areas, particularly when compared to newer vessels with more elaborate water parks and high-tech entertainment options. But the recent renovation addressed most of the major issues, and everything feels clean and well-maintained. One area where the Sunrise could improve is Wi-Fi connectivity and speed. The internet packages are expensive and the connection is unreliable, especially when the ship is at sea. This might actually be a blessing in disguise if you're trying to disconnect from work and social media. The noise levels can get intense, especially around the main pool area during deck parties. If you're someone who values peace and quiet, stick to the Serenity Retreat or book a cabin away from the action areas. Overall, the Sunrise delivers exactly what most people expect from a Carnival cruise: fun, food, and entertainment at a reasonable price point. It's not luxury, but it's not trying to be. It's a floating party that happens to visit some beautiful destinations. What makes the Carnival Sunrise stand out from other ships in its class is really the combination of its convenient Norfolk departure port and the thoughtful renovation work. Most cruise ships this size sailing from East Coast ports are significantly older and showing more wear. The Serenity Adult-Only Retreat is genuinely one of the best adult areas I've experienced on a mid-sized ship. It's not just a small section with a few chairs, it's a proper escape with its own pool, bar, and dedicated service staff. Many ships this size don't offer anything comparable. The dining variety is impressive for a ship that's not in the megaship category. Having both Guy's Burger Joint and Bonsai Sushi gives you options beyond the typical cruise fare, and the quality in both venues is consistently good. The ship's layout is intuitive and easy to navigate, which sounds basic but makes a huge difference in your daily experience. You won't spend your vacation getting lost trying to find the elevator or your dining room. Carnival's partnership with Dr. Seuss for kids' activities is unique and well executed. The character meet and greets and themed activities are genuinely fun for children and nostalgic for adults. It's a smart differentiator that adds value for families. The ship's entertainment programming strikes a good balance between high-energy party activities and more relaxed options. You can participate in the craziness or find quieter alternatives without feeling like you're missing out on the cruise experience. For meetings and events, the Sunrise offers several flexible spaces that can accommodate everything from small business meetings to family reunions. The conference facilities aren't extensive, but they're well equipped with modern audiovisual technology and can handle groups of various sizes. The meeting rooms feature ocean views and natural light, which beats the typical windowless hotel conference room experience. The catering options for events are solid, with both casual and more formal menu choices available. For corporate groups or incentive travel, the ship's staff can arrange team-building activities and customize entertainment options. The smaller size of the ship actually works well for corporate events because groups don't get lost in the crowd. Wedding and vow renewal packages are popular on the Sunrise, with ceremony locations both indoor and outdoor. The ship's photographers are professional, and the wedding coordinators handle the logistics well. Just be prepared for other passengers to become enthusiastic spectators of your special moment. Some of the most memorable guest experiences on the Sunrise come from the crew's willingness to go above and beyond for special occasions. I've witnessed surprise birthday celebrations organized by dining room staff and seen cabin stewards leave personalized notes for honeymooning couples. One passenger told me about how the guest services team helped coordinate a surprise proposal during the Half Moon Cay beach day. They arranged for the couple to have a private section of beach and even had a photographer positioned to capture the moment. The attention to detail was impressive for something that wasn't an official ship service. The cruise director and entertainment staff excel at reading the crowd and adjusting activities accordingly. During one cruise with particularly rough weather, they quickly reorganized indoor activities and kept spirits high despite the challenging conditions. Their flexibility and positive attitudes made what could have been a disappointing day into something memorable for the right reasons. Passengers frequently mention the friendliness of the cabin stewards, who often become highlights of the cruise experience. These crew members work incredibly hard and somehow maintain cheerful attitudes while keeping hundreds of rooms clean and organized. Many guests develop genuine friendships with their stewards over the course of a week. The ship's officers and senior staff make an effort to be visible and accessible throughout the cruise. The captain's welcome party and farewell speech feel personal rather than scripted, and department heads regularly walk through public areas checking on operations and chatting with passengers. Food and beverage staff consistently receive praise for their ability to remember drink preferences and dietary restrictions. The bartenders in particular seem to take pride in their craft, and many passengers return to the same bars throughout their cruise because of the personal service they receive. The Carnival Sunrise represents solid value in the cruise market, especially for first-time cruisers or families looking for a fun vacation without breaking the bank. She's not going to win any awards for innovation or luxury, but she delivers a consistently enjoyable experience that keeps passengers coming back. The ship works best for cruisers who want a traditional cruise experience with some modern updates, rather than those seeking cutting-edge amenities or ultra-luxury service. If you're looking for a floating resort with every possible bell and whistle, you'll want to consider newer, larger ships. For couples or solo travelers who appreciate a more intimate atmosphere, the Sunrise offers advantages over the massive ships that can feel overwhelming. You'll recognize crew members after a few days, and the ship never feels so crowded that you can't find a quiet spot when you need one. The Norfolk departure port is a genuine advantage for many East Coast travelers, saving both time and money compared to flying to Florida. The convenience factor alone makes this ship worth considering if you're within driving distance of Virginia. After 3 cruises on the Carnival Sunrise, I can confidently say she's a ship that knows what she is and delivers on those expectations consistently. You'll have fun, eat well enough, and visit beautiful destinations without any major disappointments or unpleasant surprises.